Meet the one and only Mr. Carrot. Mr. Carrot has been a member of our family for years, but as trainers, we just cannot keep them all. A man named Tom Roberts once said, "If you are fond of a horse and wish to do him a real favor, train him well. You need never worry about the future of such a horse if for any such reason you may have to part with him. You assure him friends wherever he goes." That is what I hope I have ensured for Mr. Carrot through years and countless hours of well-rounded training. I have had a lot of horses, but I haven't seen as many horses that love tricks as much as Mr. Carrot. He's definitely a horse that lives to perform. He's also, without a doubt, the most cuddly gelding I've ever owned. I think a lot of people expect that all geldings are cuddly, and that's just not true. Carrot is definitely the cuddliest gelding I've ever owned. He'll let me kiss him on the nose, give him hugs, and he really enjoys it. He seeks attention and affirmation that he's doing the right thing. I love that about him. Carrot is a lot more than just a trick horse. Here he is leading a pack string through the rugged terrain of Colorado a few years back. And again, packing in some pretty sketchy terrain. We have logged countless miles on this boy, on the trail, in the backcountry, in the arena. He really has done just about everything. I think some of the most valuable experience you can get a horse is backcountry experience. Carrot has had a lot of that. Carrot is patient and he'll stand tied, stand ground tied. He'll even stand tied while you lunge another horse around him. When given the choice of freedom or people, this boy will always choose people. At our prior house, our backyard had no fences and it backed up to endless BLM land. I used to turn Carrot out with no halter on because I knew he would never run away. Here I am catching him on the BLM land adjacent to our house and showing that he will ride along as asked, even though he knows he could easily choose not to. There really are no fences in this clip. I often see clips of people riding along, bareback and brideless, where there are fences. That's a lot easier because the horse feels as though they're in an arena. It's really hard when there really are no fences. This last week, we had to spontaneously use gunfire while riding Mr. Carrot when our dog was suddenly charged by a coyote, not once but 3 times. Chris and I were screaming, dogs were yelping. It was a really chaotic situation. Luckily, our dog escaped with hardly a scratch, mostly due to how these horses handled the situation. I know from real experience that Mr. Carrot does not react in high-pressure situations, even where gunfire is necessary. He stays calm and cool. You'll notice that some of these clips are a little bit different quality, or maybe a different setting, or maybe Carrot looks slightly different. Keep in mind that these have been taken over years of time. This clip was this past winter. Carrot's favorite game is fetch. He loves to fetch your glove or your hat. Carrot is a fancy ride. He'll sidepass over to the mounting block. He stands well mounted. He moves off your seat, moves off your legs. He'll do a little spin. He's really fun to ride. I think he would make a great gaited dressage horse. This clip is a bit longer, but I think it's important to show how he walks along and how he responds to your body under saddle. That's kind of a funny little quirk that he has. Whenever I pet him, he has to look at me. He just loves being pet. Given the amount of time he spent with us, he's been involved in various shenanigans. Here we are pulling Chris's nephew on a sled this past winter. He's just riding Carrot in a halter. What? This next segment is an ode to Carrot and dogs. I have never seen a horse love dogs so much. Carrot is the only horse on our farm that not only tolerates but also interacts with our German Wirehaired Bubbles. These two will play like this all day long. Carrot never ever hurts Bubbles. He's always very gentle. Carrot adjusts according to who he's around. Bubbles is very pesky, so Carrot is pesky back. Our little Pomeranian is very soft and delicate, so Carrot is very soft with him. Same with kids. Carrot will rise or fall depending on their riding level and their confidence. When Bubbles had surgery a few years back, Carrot was the first to comfort him. The other horses fled from him. They were so scared when he had a big white cone that he was banging off of everything. But Carrot isn't easily scared, and he still loved Bubbles just the same. Carrot is also broke to drive. He was driven very extensively by his prior owner. He has a great handle when you're driving him. He stops easily, turns nicely. You can feel that he's had a lot of experience. People always want to know how a horse is with water. Well, Carrot's great with water. He'll stick the hose right in his mouth. He totally loves that. When you put him in a new pond, he's really bold. He's not scared. He loves to paw and play in the water. He's really fun. There's nothing more that this horse loves than a bath on a hot day. This next segment just tries to highlight some of his personality. Like I said, he loves to perform for people. Desensitizing him with a tarp is kind of pointless because usually he just picks up the tarp and shakes it around. He's pretty funny that way. If you shake the tarp at him, he'll shake it back at you. I have encountered very few things that this horse is actually afraid of. More often than not, he's just really curious about new things and wants to stick his nose in it or touch it. Carrot loves to help with chores. I can't even tell you the amount of times I've just hopped on him bareback and done random things. Just showing his gait and that he'll move very collected when asked, even when out on the trail. I've tried to include candid footage of Carrot. Here's a video of me practicing arena work by myself to give you a feel of how he rides. Carrot has a fun little glope or gated lope that's really smooth to ride. A big question people always ask is, how is the horse around cattle? Carrot has been around a lot of cattle. We have cattle in our backyard. So basically every time we go riding, we see cattle. We also have llamas. He's been around just about every type of different animal that you would commonly encounter on the trail. There was a season where a stray group of sheep kept getting into our hay, so I would hop on Carrot bareback and chase the 40 or 50 sheep away. He was always up for the challenge. This next clip just cracks me up. It's Carrot with a mini stallion that's trying to start drama with him, but Carrot's really not into drama.
What do you think of that guy?
Carrot has been on a lot of technical rides, and he always rises up to the challenge. He would make a great endurance horse. He has a lot of fun on the trail. If you are looking for a horse with an abundance of personality and a total sense of humor that will crack you up daily, Mr. Carrot is the horse for you. Give us a call or text. I'd love to chat with you more to gauge whether you'd be a good fit for him, and we'd love to have you out to ride him.